back end now, let's talk about the install flow. And we've alluded to some of this stuff already, so it won't be a whole lot of new stuff. So we start with the base stations. You identify good locations and install them. So what do they need? They need two things. I said earlier, Ethernet and power, or network and power. What are good locations? Good locations are such that you try to cover your entire, so think about like Wi-Fi or any kind of radio system. You want them distributed around your property. Each base station can cover 2 to 3 floors, 40 to 50 rooms, actually maybe closer to 60 or 70 rooms, but we generally size them for 50 rooms or so. So you want to space them out. You don't want all the base stations in one spot. You want to try to find distributed points. And now if you are kind of struggling with that, you can certainly jump on a call. We can look at your property map and kind of recommend, okay, here are potential locations to look for. Typically, we find people almost always put one in their office because there's Ethernet always available there. Then you might have like a IT closet somewhere around the property, telecom rooms, maybe a laundry facility somewhere where there is or a break room, certain common spaces where there might be a TV connected. So there's usually plenty of spots around most properties where you can find sufficient good spots. Now, given that we are using a 900 megahertz technology, the coverage range is very long. So we're not super picky. It's not like we want you to be exactly 50 rooms apart. You can be, you can just find the most convenient location that is roughly in that ballpark, and you will get good coverage. Now, what we recommend is after you've decided that this is where, or you picked a candidate set of locations and you install the base stations, you turn them on, you go to the back end and verify that they've all come online. Then you go and start turning on your buttons and ensure that they all connect. Again, you go to the back end and look at it. And then you can go around your property to the different nooks and corners and click the button and ensure that the signal gets through. So that's how you verify that you are blind spot free. If you find a certain place, a room or a location where you are not able to get coverage, then you'll have to adjust one of the base station locations. This rarely happens, and if you run into it, we're happy to help you kind of identify or strategize on what you should do. Once you've done that, that's when you start installing the beacons. You go into each of the rooms and you can look at a couple of rooms and decide, okay, this is where I want to install the beacon. Now, what are good locations for beacons? We typically like to identify a wall that is facing into the room. So it's usually the wall where you come in and you turn, you look into the room. So we like to have the beacons facing into the room so not a lot of the signal is spilling outside. You can, what we recommend is placing it a little bit high up on the wall so that guests are not tempted to pull at it or yank at it or whatever. And then once you identified, what we recommend is to put it in a very similar location in all your rooms. Because while we're not picky about the exact location of the beacon in a room, what we do like to have is that the beacons are somewhat evenly spaced out. Again, I say somewhat because it doesn't have to be very precise. So if you try to install the beacons in roughly the same spot in all the rooms, you'll be good. Now, what we recommend is when you're going to do the beacon install, take one of your buttons with you, trigger the alert, right? Click it 3 times and just carry that with you in your pocket or whatever. Because what that'll do is it'll keep reporting the beacons it sees. And at the end of your install, you can go into that backend and say, oh, were all my beacons picked up? Because if any of the beacons are missing, that might tell you that most likely you forgot to pull the yellow tab out, or you have a bad beacon, right? It can happen. So, well, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm just allowing for the possibility. Most often the issue is that somebody forgot to pull the yellow tab out. And then we'll tell you which beacon it is. You'll see that there won't be a timestamp. You can go back to that room, open it up, pull the yellow tab out, or if you see that the battery is bad or something, replace the battery. Or if you need a new beacon, we can ship one out to you. And that is it. That's That's the entire install process. So it is install the base stations, turn on the buttons, install the beacons. And then you can go to the backend, the hardware view, and verify that everything has come online. Again, at any point, we can help you look at all of these and strategize about what you could do differently. I'm going to stop at this point.